Good evening, folks. Mobile Giza here. Sorry about that. Good evening, folks. And welcome to Friday Night Tech Talk. You may notice a little bit of difference here. I'm on a different camera than usual, so I don't have my green screen behind me. That's why you don't see any background. But as I told you guys last Friday,
you have a text message.
We're going to have a special guest. I thought I had already made that quiet, but I guess I didn't. Sorry about that. Okay, let me get that sound turned down on all of those. Okay, sorry about that. So our special guest has not arrived yet. He's about 10 minutes away. So in a little while, we'll have him with us. So we are going to keep our promise of having a special guest. Nobody into the comments as yet. Oh, there's Adam. Hey, Adam. And there's Brian. Happy New Year to you guys. Hope you guys had a very good Christmas. Adam's here. He's saying our special guest is always late. He would know. And Brian, as always, Mr. Faithful. Missed you last week, Brian, but just to let you folks know how faithful Brian is, he's missed making it into the stream twice, I think, in the last 2 months. Both times, the next day, he retweeted the tweet and he gave me a donation both times. So the guy is incredibly faithful. All subscribers should be as faithful as Brian. I'd say Brian and Renz and Eleanor are the most faithful subscribers I have. So, should I try to kill time until he gets here? And it's going to be disrupted a little bit when he gets here. But what I'll do, and I'll do what I do every week. This being our last show of the year, what was I going to say? I'm losing it. And Eleanor is telling me he texted Eleanor to let him know that let her know that he's 10 minutes away. So. As I do every week, I put the show notes up on my webpage. So let me at least show you guys that. I'm going to share my screen. And I put it on my webpage. And if you go to mobilegeezer.wordpress.com, if you click on today's date, you'll get the show notes just for tonight's stream. So as I do every week, I'll give you guys a little preview of what the stories are for tonight, since we're here. So no earth-shaking news this week that I am aware of. So I just picked the stories that I thought we would all find interesting. I found this story on Phone Arena. So I said the T-Mobile reps pushiness is probably justified because in this story, this T-Mobile rep in the store was very pushy. But the article explains why, and it's probably justified, I thought. Then, what I thought was the big story of the week, the New York Times is suing OpenAI and Microsoft. So I've got that story on the Verge. Interesting story, and they're not the only ones that have done this, I don't think. And third story will be, and this one I just found on Phone Arena also. This is a good story and very sensible. I just said, hey, Google, Samsung's your real competition. It's not really Apple. Samsung's the real competition that the Pixel has. And you'll see that in the story. And Eleanor says hi to all. So she's here. So Adam's here, Brian's here, Eleanor's here. Okay, so that's a fourth story. Now, this one was a story that I found, and I found it on Digital Trends, but it's got a video in it of some Christmas lights and other besides Christmas drone show. All of this was done strictly with drones, and now they're in the Guinness Book of World Records. So I'll go to the story, and there's not much to read, but I did want to show you guys at least some of the video. You don't have to hear the sound, but it's just amazing that they did this with drones. So that's the only reason I picked it. And then I said, X slipping on payments again, this time bonuses, because Mr. Musk, owner of X, has a few times not paid people he should be paying. Well, he got caught with bonuses this time. And lastly, SamMobile came up with the prices in Europe for the Galaxy S24 lineup. So I thought you guys might be interested in that. Now, Ted has popped in here. Let me stop screen for a minute. Well, Ted had popped in here. Now he's gone. Oh. Caption on when he read it. When I said SamMobile? Interesting. It couldn't have been that. I don't know. Yeah, Adam said something triggered his Google Home. I don't know what I read that would have triggered his Google Home. Of course, if it would have triggered his, it should have triggered the one that's right here at my feet, and it didn't, so I don't know what it was. Interesting. Anyway, all right, let's go to the first story, and by that time, maybe he'll be here. So I said the T-Mobile's reps pushing this is probably justified. Let's go to Phone Arena and check it out. Let me share screen. So it says, pushy T-Mobile rep refuses to sell customer a new iPhone unless he bought accessories too. And it's by Alan Freeman, who writes a lot of these stories, and it's from 2 days ago. I just thought it was an interesting story, and I learned stuff that I didn't know. So I'm going to put it into read if you get rid of some of these ads. Going into a wireless firm's closest retail store can bring on different feelings. If you're a phone enthusiast and follow the news closely, you soon realize that the reps in the store, this is just a sales gig for them, and many couldn't tell you the chipset inside the iPhone 15 Plus is different from the one powering the iPhone 15 Pro Max. That's true. And since they can only sell and earn commission on the phones already out, most don't give a damn about rumored new AI features coming to the Galaxy S24 line. There's Ted. There you are. Well, 1 minute your face was there, and then you see we got teeth, folks?
Hey, good evening, folks. Happy
How
New Year to you. I'm doing all right.
Let me stop screen for a minute. So why do we just have the teeth?
Because today's sponsor is none other than Coke. Just kidding.
Okay. There he is. There's the face we all know and love. So anyway, how's things with you? How was Christmas? Christmas was good?
Christmas was good. Yep. Great spread, great meal. How was yours?
Well, it was good. I was here with Eleanor. She cooked, and with the two of us, and we had a good time. She gave me a very nice present. I gave her something I think she liked a lot. So yeah, Christmas was good here.
Okay.
So I gather you've been taking a lot of pictures the last few weeks. That's why we haven't seen you. Am I right?
No, but other events, it was just a lot of events that were just happening. One was like, there was a meeting up with another streamer.
Okay.
We went to a restaurant that just opened up here called Nando's. By the way,
Okay.
is my stream and laggy like I'm seeing on mine?
A little bit, and I'm
Looks
seeing
choppy.
some redness. I'm seeing some redness in your eyes every time you blink. Also.
Yeah, that's the focus peaking on the camera.
Okay. All right.
I
But
can
yeah,
turn that off.
it's a tiny bit like it's not terrible, But,
Okay.
but if you set it, it's noticeable.
Okay, because yeah, it looks like really choppy on mine.
Yeah,
But
it's just. Oh, okay. Eleanor is saying our special guest just pulled in. And Ted is back to the teeth. I guess he's going to change cameras, maybe? Can you still? Okay. Did you change cameras?
No, I changed mode.
Okay. You don't like that one, I gather.
Hey, look how dull this looks.
Well, you're a dull guy. No, just kidding. Just kidding. I'm the dull guy. I'm the old one here, not you.
Whatever. You're gonna have to take it seriously. Look at a very serious look.
Okay. No more lagginess. And you're eating what? Doritos?
Yep.
Okay.
Flaming hot Cool Ranch Doritos.
Okay. The only reason I know because Doritos is one of my favorite chips on earth. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to try to continue with this story. I'm going to wait. I think I'm going to wait until he gets here. Right. Ted, entertain them for a minute while I go through the garage and let them in.
Who's a special guest?
You'll find out in a minute.
Ooh. All right. We got a special guest. Maybe it's a cameo appearance. Don't know who. I think Mike was actually supposed to come around close to on a road trip around Georgia's area. So maybe it's Mike and a friend, Mike and Co. Don't know. This is a surprise to me. Meanwhile, Renz isn't here though, but today's special is brought to you by, that's right, Adam, Flamin' Hot Cool Ranch. It's Cool Ranch, but it's the Flamin' Hot edition. My favorite one. Anyway, today's sponsor is brought to you by Don Chinto Reposado.
Okay. I went out to the garage to let them in through the garage, but Eleanor beat me and let them go upstairs. So they should be coming downstairs soon. Oh, and now we got Will in here. What's up, Will?
Oh, what's up, George?
That's a hint.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, Happy New Year. What's
Hey,
going
Will.
on?
Happy New Year.
Ted?
Ooh. It's a good day. Good night.
And I'm hearing voices.
Wasn't Mike supposed to be doing a road trip with friends?
You're asking me if Mike is supposed to be doing a road trip?
With friends, yes. Wasn't that supposed to be?
Take a
What?
look.
What?
Does that answer your
Oh!
question?
Oh, that's how it works, huh?
That's how it works. Oh, notice I took the crappy camera on my computer and gave Mike the nice
Where's the red stripe?
camera.
I don't know.
I haven't touched it.
You look to have the nicer camera, George.
I can't hear.
I'm on the laptop.
Wow,
It's the first time I ever use a
is
laptop
Mike
computer.
in Tennessee?
Yes, Mike is right next to me.
Hi,
Oh
how
my
you doing?
God.
Here.
No, it's
Hey,
okay.
Mike.
Don't leave it be. Let it
Okay.
be. Does he see me?
Yeah, he sees you.
Okay.
We all see you.
We all see
We
you.
all see you, Mike.
And you have something you can plug in your earphone wise?
No, I didn't. This was kind of a last minute thing. Extremely last minute. George, my friend Joe.
Last
Hey, Joe.
minute? What are
How
you
are you,
talking
sir?
about?
Good
You were
to meet
planning
you.
this like almost a month ago.
And of course, I'm the elder statesman here. See if you can get. These will work.
Okay.
So all I had, I give Mike the earplug. I don't have any open here.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even think to bring because I didn't know I was going to make it here. To be honest with you,
That was it.
does everybody hear me?
Yes, everybody.
Yeah.
hears you.
Yeah, you actually sound worse now, but
I'm
And we can hear this friend Joe in the background who came with us from Jersey.
can't you guys just share the screen? You
On the
guys
way
can share
down
the
here.
screen, right?
Can anybody? These things stay
Stop
right
it.
here.
Stop. You're making it worse. Stop.
Good.
What's
Not good.
what's worse?
Mike's audio.
You know what?
Could you guys just share the screen? Share the screen, guys.
Right, Anna, Mike said it was the last minute. He drove like 15 hours to get, and it was the last minute.
They just drove in from Nashville because they decided to go to Nashville today, which is 2.5 hours from there.
So do I, but mine's dying.
So they just
No,
straight
George.
to this.
He said it's last minute, but he knew he was. He said it was last minute, and Adam said, "Yeah, you drove 10 hours. How's it last minute?" Oh, y'all messed up the audio. Can't hear nothing, George.
Now can you hear us?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay, so somehow what we did muted the mic, but it's okay now. So anyway, this is the first time Eleanor and Mike have met. So
Oh wow, ain't
in,
that surprising?
in the last few minutes. So Will as usual is not showing us his face.
So there's a delay. I can hear.
Okay.
But there's a delay. I'm listening. I got the stream going.
Wait a minute. There's another way we can. Let me take this off. Somebody talk.
Hey, must be the money.
Okay, we're just going to use the speakers from the computer. That way we don't have any issues. So you can hear okay now, right?
Oh, can you? Yeah.
Yeah. So we're good. All right. He didn't need. I just took my earphones off, and that made everything good. And there's the Mullen. As always, being faithful. Thank you, sir. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. There's your brother.
Hey, bro.
He was the first one here. And when I saw it, I said you'd be about 10 minutes out. He said he's always late.
Yeah. Well, okay.
So they drove straight from Nashville to here, and it's cold out, folks. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Hey, Adam, do me a favor. Send the link to Mom. I didn't get a chance to do it. Okay. Thank you.
Good enough.
So it's been a heck of an adventure getting here. I'll have to tell you.
From Nashville?
Well, no, just as a whole. Just as a whole, the whole process, George.
Well, see, for me, a 12-hour, 13-hour drive is nothing, but for you, this is unusual.
Well, yeah, but not just be. Well, the whole thing was
he already sent the link to your mom.
Okay, good. I thought I would had more time to come over, hang out, do stuff with George.
Exactly.
But
yeah, this is the first time we've seen each other since he's been here.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm going to go get now. The beer is here. Hold on a sec.
I've been telling Mike about Red Stripe beer, which is my favorite beer in the world for a long time. He's anxious to try it, so he's going to try it right now.
I had one. I had it when you were.
That's the Jamaican beer, right? Red Stripe.
What did you say, Ted? If you could stop sucking your mouth for a second.
It's Jamaican, right? Red Stripe?
Yes, it's Jamaican beer. It's my favorite beer in the world.
You good now?
I'm always good.
Thank you.
Then the other voice you hear is Joe, who came with Mike. He's kind of in the background, but the mic will pick all of us up.
So who's on?
Ted is on,
Hey,
and
Ted.
Will is. Come around here. Come around. Come around.
You look beautiful. Boo. Tell me, Joe. Tell me.
Eleanor,
You're all good.
walk behind me and Mike.
Come on.
All right, everybody. Here's the famous Eleanor.
Oh, hey, Eleanor. Hey. Ooh, wow.
Where's Will?
Will is there. He's just
Will
gonna
is,
show you.
down below you.
If I could show my face, you could show yours.
Yeah, come on, Will.
Yeah,
Show
You
your
Will.
face.
hear that, Will?
I'm eating.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
care.
drinking.
I'm eating. What?
Yeah, so is Ted. Nothing new there, Ted.
What kind of excuse was that?
Eat, drink, and be merry.
Exactly.
Well, and have fun.
So as you can see, Elmo's in the pink. Oh,
No, I'm not. It's orange.
pardon me.
Aren't
Orange.
you glad you said the wrong color?
Oh,
Oh no.
well, I guess we could say you look peachy.
Oh my God.
It ain't happening.
Will is liking it.
It ain't. But
Oh man.
Will always has a
Will,
favorite.
you know I love you.
It's It's New Year, George. Please, New Year's coming.
Right. And my humor is not going to change
In
in
nome
20.
di Padre, Spirito, Spirito Santo.
Ah,
And it's only an Italian would know that.
Here, Damone says new place for Mike to deliver food.
yeah, it's a heck of a DoorDash. Let me tell you.
Can you imagine going up and down these hills?
No, I saw it on my drunk.
And
Holy
you have to see me.
You
6
see,
o'clock
Will
in the morning
Damolin's saying you're playing hide and seek. He always
God,
does.
that is treacherous.
It's dangerous.
Yeah, that is.
mean,
And they put houses up. What do they put? I can't believe it.
This is an imaginary.
In case you didn't realize, that people from Jersey can talk.
We're loud.
3 of us are from Jersey, and Will's from Jersey. So, well, 4 of us from
Joe.
Jersey. Yeah.
What the hell? I mean, like,
Joe's always a quiet one
I'm
anyway.
chopped liver.
Yeah, these guys have been friends since they were teenagers, so they know each other.
Yeah.
Well, we're all friends now.
Here we go.
I'm getting the hell out of here so you guys can.
All right, we'll get back on. Go be a person on the other end. Put your comments in.
So
You
so
don't
I
want my comment.
I'll give you a comment.
Yeah, right. See, I'm still a Jersey person. Take me back with you.
you can't
Sure.
you
No,
can't
there's
take
no
the-
room in the trunk.
You'll never
Wait a
get the
minute.
Jersey out of us. Trust
I
me.
want to go back to Jersey.
You don't want
It's
to.
out of you, George, because you
Yeah.
he's
You don't want to go back
he
to
mellowed
Jersey.
out. It's too expensive. If it wasn't so freaking expensive.
It is quite expensive. Yeah.
I mean,
So Will is not going to show us his face.
Will's not gonna show us. No. We'll eventually.
He's
he will.
eating.
we'll,
I'm
Yeah,
eating and
I guess he's eating dinner, I guess.
Okay.
we have our moments.
So I did not include any specific end of year stories. I just picked stories I
This is the
thought would
best
be
end of year we
interesting.
got, and I'm
Right.
happy about it.
But
That
That's
was that.
unfortunate.
I'll be here this-
having Mike and Joe here make it a great end of year. What were you saying, Ted?
I said that was unfortunate. Like not something like, we get to pick the most impactful story, that affected us of the
Oh,
year.
I
Nothing like
have-
that?
Beeper.
Well, then
Beeper Mini.
Speak up and say what's the most impactful.
Yeah, and keep in mind, you do have a channel of your own,
Me? I
So
do.
what
Yeah.
was the most impactful thing?
Yeah, tell us what story was most impactful to you of the year then, since you brought it up.
Yeah, the Google settling with the U.S. Justice Department. That means we're all getting $3 in our PayPal accounts. Or
Exactly.
yes, everyone has
That doesn't buy
downloaded
us
an app
beer.
from the Play Store.
As Mike said, it wouldn't even buy the beer.
Yeah.
And also that means also, it paves the way for the Epic Store and the Steam
Yes,
libraries to
Epic
come
Store,
to come to Android phones formally. Mhm.
I think in the end, the epic Apple story is probably going to be the most impactful story, maybe of the decade. Really, I think.
Mm. What about you, Mike? What was your big
I
story?
think it's going to make a mess of the
Ted's asking, what would you pick as the most impactful?
most impactful thing.
I can't remember all the stories from the year.
Yeah,
No, I haven't.
you know what? I think the most that's just recently happened is with the Apple Watch situation. Personally,
Ooh.
because if you think about it, nothing's been able to take Apple down for anything.
Well, yeah,
I
but
mean, we've had EU come in and change things.
Yeah.
Okay, and they were willing, but to have them pull an item from their shelves,
Yeah.
I think that's pretty huge.
that is pretty impactful. And since
in
you
that way.
mentioned the EU bringing in, right? Today I happened to have for work. I had my iPhone and my
Is that what I've been
OnePlus
talking
open?
my
about
one,
on Android?
my OnePlus Open
Yeah.
phone.
Okay.
But when I was just putting my iPhone up here tonight, I was thinking, what a great blessing it's been to have the USB-C on the iPhone. It is so nice
Okay.
just to be able to plug everything.
I want to
Will said it would never happen, didn't you, Will? He said it would never happen. Apple would sooner remove that port. Didn't Will say that?
Yeah,
Someone said it.
I admit, I believe that too.
Will, did you say that?
Must have been
Mr. Apple. I'm calling Mr. Apple.
Are you still
something
there, Will?
about that port being gone for good. Someone said it.
I think he must have left the room.
Mr. Apple. Let me see. Does it? No.
Oh, Eleanor was asking. I said I don't have my green screen because it wouldn't be enough to cover us both. So there's my green screen over there.
Mhm.
Usually it's just me, so I have no back. I already said I have no background tonight because of that. So I just left the room as it is.
Oh,
This is the first time I've ever been in this room with anybody other than just me. So,
Well, I feel that part of the Apple story, well, as a whole, I think yes, the big deal, the big court order for Google is a big deal. I got to get used to looking at this camera and not over here because I feel like I'm talking to you. But that is big. But I think Apple is, basically has had this nobody can touch us attitude on things, and for them to take an item down,
In
and
America,
my question to you, to everybody out there, and
in their own backyard.
all of us, how many of us grabbed a lightning cable and tried to stick it in our USB Type-C new phone? Now, come on.
I haven't done it once.
I done it.
I've never done that in my life. Come on, come on, Mike.
I done it. Okay, I done it.
But now, as you can see, you can look down at this floor right at my feet, all these USB-C cables.
Mhm.
But just in case, I always have one handy.
Well, you got any? What's your you got any iPods? AirPods?
I don't think these work anymore. These were the original, but I don't think.
No. Okay. Well, that's the only thing I would use it for. So.
So, but I keep it just in case. But I've just found it to be a great blessing just to have USB-C.
Well, that has been super helpful.
Yeah,
yes.
I agree. Okay.
But yeah, Apple being told they can't sell their watches in their own backyard, America. That's kind of a big one.
Well, when I first saw
give her the link. Go back.
When I first saw the story, what it said to me is, you may have $1 trillion company, but you found a judge you can't pay off. That was my first thought. Because Apple, Google, Facebook, if these people do anything, they usually win by paying off guys. Here's your wife.
In fact, that's what I commented to on your video. That looked like they couldn't lobby, they couldn't pay enough lobbying dollars.
Exactly.
You couldn't pay. You don't think Payola was being involved with this?
What? No. What I'm saying is the judge ruled against Apple.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure Apple would have paid her off if they could.
Good.
They probably couldn't.
Yeah.
Did you say hi to your wife?
Oh, hi, honey. How you doing? Look at me. I'm drinking beer. Joe's driving. Don't worry.
Well, what?
Oh, and by the way, I didn't mention. I should have, like I normally mention in the beginning. I'm kind of excited because Mike's here. Okay?
Yeah.
But it's simulcast, as I'll tell you every week, on YouTube and my Mobile Geezer Facebook ID and my George Hayes Facebook ID. But I believe we're also simulcasting to Twitter right now.
Twitter?
But it's the first time I've ever done it.
You were able to get that to work?
So I haven't looked.
Mm.
But as far as I know, we're live on Facebook and Twitter right now. Now, I also have it set up that I can go live at the same time to what's the other one that I'm not saying? To Instagram. But Instagram has set it up just recently, so StreamYard, set it up so we can get in. But there's so many steps, I just am not going to be bothered with it. But as far as I know,
Damien,
yes,
is saying he's
Damone 77. He's going to look on Twitter to let me know.
Thanks, Cameron.
You're lucky Mom wasn't here. I'm looking at some of the other comments. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yes, we are live.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank you, sir.
We're on X, guys. Yay.
All right. So from now
Twix.
every week, at least I'll be live, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And when Instagram gets a little easier to do, it'll be on Instagram too.
Elon should be thankful. that we
Hey,
dare. to go
I'm
on
sure
his-
Elon's thankful right now that he still has a platform, and we have a story about that tonight, so we'll get to it. So, you want to do the stories, or you want to talk about something you want to talk about?
I'm just going to fill in. You do your thing, and I'll fill in. Don't worry, I'm already disturbing the works
Yeah.
here. Okay, I'm going to disturb it more.
Well,
so.
I knew you would disturb.
I'm
So
very
am I.
much disturbed. Yes.
All right, so I'm going back to the story, but I'm going to start at the top. All right, so Ted, you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
Let's see. I'll go second. I want the OpenAI story.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to go back to the top. I'm going to share screen. Okay. So pushy T-Mobile rep refused to sell customer a new iPhone unless he bought accessories too. When I first saw that, I'm like,
I'm
what
interested in hearing about it. I didn't get a chance because,
But-
like I said, I was sick, so
Right.
I didn't get a chance to read up on this stuff.
By the
So
time
what
I got
happened?
to the end of the article, I kind of understood where the rep is coming from. So I'm going to drop it into reader view and get rid of some of these ads, and we'll give it a read. So from 2 days ago. So going into a wireless firm's closest retail store can bring on different feelings. If you're a phone enthusiast and follow the news closely, you soon realize that the reps in the store, this is just a sales gig for them, and many couldn't tell you that the chipset inside the iPhone 15 Plus is different than the one powering the 15 Pro Max. And since they can only sell and earn commission when the phone's already out, most don't give a damn about those rumored new AI features coming to the Galaxy S24 line. And I have a story about the S24 at the end too. Most reps working at wireless carriers, retail stores are not phone enthusiasts and don't follow the industry. Outside of a few reps who really are phone nerds and read Phone Arena and the other guys every day, most wouldn't care if they were pushing stationery supplies or men's underwear as long as they could get a cut out of a sale. And the worst kind of sales rep is the pushy kind. It isn't enough that you're willing to go without lunch for 3 weeks in order to buy a new iPhone, but they want you to buy accessories, add a new line, and plump up the bottom line. But it may not be their fault. And yes, once I read this, I agree it's not their fault. You speak
Why?
up.
Okay, yeah, I want to know what's not their fault because I'm foaming at the mouth because I experienced what my friend here experienced. I was his bulldog that shut the guy down to try and push all kinds of other things on my friend here when he got his first new
Now
smartphone.
the singer, the 50-year singer, is always here.
Oh yeah, I know.
You said bulldog. There's a song by the Beatles called "Hey Bulldog" that I used to sing in the band back in the 70s. And as soon as you said bulldog, I thought of "Hey Bulldog." None of you are old enough to
He's
remember.
also full of bad puns. I want to tell you right now.
That's
Bad
true,
puns.
and very proud of that.
Yes, he is.
Okay, but I think you'll see the justification as we get. I learned a lot from this article.
Okay, go ahead.
Remember, a rep working at a wireless provider's retail store is usually not into phones like you are. Check out this experience that a Reddit subscriber with the username 98salmon went through when he went to a local T-Mobile location to buy his brother an iPhone 15 as a gift. As an aside, how do I join this family?
Yeah.
Ted, as soon as I saw you, the Reddit subscriber with the username 98salmon, I'm guessing you can guess who I thought of. Am I right?
Mr. Sandman,
No.
bring me a dream.
No.
Good one though. Good one.
Sam, who was in charge of us when we were in Vegas, remember?
Oh,
That's who I thought of.
that's Sam. Yeah, but his full name is Sammer.
Yeah, I thought of Sammer right away as soon as I saw that, but it's probably not him. Anyway, the Redditor wrote, the lady was helping me out. That was helping me out tried so hard to get me into a line or some other BS promotion stuff. I declined and said I just want an iPhone 15 and want to activate one of my existing lines on it, and I have no problem with the full retail price, which is what I would have said. He continues, after a few minutes, then she said, I can only get this, I can only get an iPhone with no promotion if I buy a case, screen protector, and a USB charger. Total of $210.
Hey, whoa.
But you,
Oh,
I think you'll understand
See-
by the time we finish.
no,
Yeah,
that doesn't make
my
any sense.
question is,
Let's
this is the
say a
problem.
case is $50 at the store, which is
Right.
usually the case.
That's true.
Let's say a screen protector is $50 at the store. Again,
Yeah.
usually the case.
How'd you get to 210, right?
Where like $100 for the USB-C charger,
And
including
like I
tax?
said, make you wonder how much was
See-
the charger?
See, now this is the problem with some stores. With some are what do you call it, franchise or corporate owned stores.
Right.
So I find the franchise stores the ones doing some of this stuff right here personally.
And I think that would always be true in any franchise business.
Right. That's why if you went to a corporate store, you might not have gotten this much of that.
But
Like
I
there
thought
is
that-
no USB-C charger that is $100 that they sell at
no,
retail
yeah.
stores.
I'm guessing the case and screen protector were probably more like 70 or 80 bucks each. That's my guess.
Ooh,
You're in
inflation.
the store, you know they're going to try to rip you off. All right, but let me continue reading because I still say you'll understand by the time we get to the end.
Mm.
This was literally my worst experience with T-Mobile so far. I was so pissed and left. I got the same iPhone from Apple Store an hour later with zero pressure in capitals to get me to buy overpriced accessory crap. I just don't understand this. Why T-Mobile stores like this? I think it should say why are T-Mobile. Now, here's the answer. The answer is that the rep has a quota that she has to meet. So this is not her fault.
Mhm.
And since the consumer expressed a willingness to buy the iPhone 15, he was like freshly unwrapped raw meat being exposed to a gator. That was a great analogy, I thought.
Yeah.
If if you have to buy from your carrier to take advantage of a spectacular deal, order online through the phone. You are less likely to be pressured to add accessories this way.
Yes, and the pressure is to order online anymore too, and take it from somebody who bought a phone from the carrier.
Yeah, my
So-
last 4 or 5 phones have all been bought online.
Bought they want you to pay for their time, for that person's behind the counter time.
Right.
You could see it being built into the price or into whatever's going on. You can see the pricing going on.
Yeah. All right. Unless there's a spectacular deal, your best bet is to order your new phone through the manufacturer, blah, blah. It really isn't strange that the rep wouldn't sell an iPhone 15 to a customer without adding on accessories or a new line to the purchase. And the fact that it didn't faze her, and get this, that she let a live one leave the store empty-handed can be explained, and we will very soon, right? Because she's not making any money. A current rep for an unnamed carrier explained that if you want to buy a new phone without having to add a line or buy insurance, just order the device as a store pickup.
Mhm.
That makes sense. Otherwise, he says such orders are a waste of time for reps and destroy their metrics. And there's her justification. And I understand it from her point of view now. An unnamed T-Mobile rep concurred with the reasons mentioned above that explain the T-Mobile saleswoman's pushy behavior. As a T-Mobile rep myself, I understand why she did it. They tied so many metrics to upgrades, now it's ridiculous. An upgrade can affect our insurance attach rates, accessories rates. T-Mobile has a high focus on this right now, and it's so annoying.
Mm. Yeah, T-Mobile's really gotten bad. Personally, I've seen.
Worse than the others? I don't know.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
I almost
But
never go-
regardless, her customer service really sucked.
Yeah, I just think, according to this article, I don't think she cared either.
Yeah. Because, let's say she didn't want to sell them an iPhone from her inventory. She could have guided them to order the iPhone
Yeah.
online, like online over the phone with from the website.
And see, the T-Mobile reps that I'm used to here in Chattanooga, they're always helpful. But I always have the phone with me before I get to the store. They just help me with other stuff. Anyway, as to why she let the consumer walk out of the store without making a sale, reps make their biggest commissions online upgrades, additions, and sales of accessories and insurance. Just selling the iPhone 15 that the customer wanted to buy for his brother might have brought her very little income. So she probably wasn't making hardly anything. So she rolled the dice, hoping for a bigger score, and came up empty this time. Next time, she might hit a home run. So from her point of view, it was worth a shot.
From my point of view, that is ridiculous, though. 3 accessories, $210.
Yeah, that was some amount. That was a serious.
I would
serious
have stiff armed her, like, get your, like, like I don't have Amazon to get those accessories. What are you doing here?
Gary's here. Happy New Year, Gary. Merry Christmas. Gary
But,
says,
But actually, I do have a case 80. What case is it? It must be an OtterBox. It must
Gary
be an
says,
OtterBox.
scrape the
Wait a minute.
50 case.
Hold on,
80.
George. Hold on. Am I seeing this right? Gary says he bought a Fold 5 from Verizon. Gary, you bought not a Pixel?
Gary bought a phone. Whoa.
Oh,
This
okay.
is our end of year miracle.
It's a Fold 5. That's why the case was $80. Okay. But yeah, I've always heard about case screen protectors being $50, like no more, no less. Like, which is already high. $50 is already high, but
Very
like
high, yeah.
from a carrier store, that's part of the case now. But
So he bought the Fold 5 from Verizon, but he bought all the accessories from Amazon.
Of course.
So he
I mean,
knew how
that's
to
a
save.
smart. Yeah.
He
Oh.
says Gary says T-Mobile sucks. So
But actually, I actually have family that do work in the carrier store, and I can shed light on you, like, especially this time of year,
yeah.
carrier stores are taught to, like, be very protective of their industry,
Oh,
of their
really?
inventory, I mean. So, like, if one person or so wants to come and, buy, like, a phone, usually they say no, like, they should try to direct them to the website or, like, corporate to order the phone over the phone and have it delivered.
Mhm.
Because they have to protect their inventory. That way, let's say if a family wants to come in and order a bunch of phones, they have that inventory. Because otherwise, in the holidays, it
He's
gets
right.
hard to get inventory from corporate.
He's right.
'cause,
If you look at those ads,
Oh,
the T-Mobile's got a thing going on for 4 phones for
yeah,
like $100. So if you sold out one, you can't make the fourth one appear. Yes, very true.
yeah. So, like,
Will
you won't be
back-
able to have
will-
enough inventory to satisfy like a large order. So, like, I guess in this particular case, like, they would only consider selling only one
Mhm.
if they could sell a bunch of accessories with it, which I would not like. Again, $210 for just 3 items of accessories. No.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Have you guys noticed? Gary said he paid $38 to get his Fold 5. How did he do that?
Where?
He also said Happy New Year. I said that Happy New Year to him.
And he already has the.
He already has the Pixel 8 Pro. Okay.
Will said Timu. Is that where you got it from? You got it from Timu?
Wait
Is
a
that
minute,
Temu
Gary got a
website?
Samsung?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I said too, Will.
That's what Mike said too. Same as you.
Well,
George,
he's carrying 2
Ted,
phones.
what does your thing say
He's
under
carrying
yours?
2
What's it say?
phones. Oh my
Critical
God.
takes on tech.
Oh, look at
Oh,
mine. See, okay, George, what does yours say?
Mine says weekly host and co-founder of NTT.
Mike, what does yours say?
Mike,
Mike doesn't have anything.
I don't, because I'm not logged into my account.
Oh, okay.
and Will has the right one. Drinker of apple juice.
Yeah.
Hey, that's as honest as it gets, Will.
Yeah.
So,
true that.
That's right.
Gary, you're telling me you paid more for your case than you did your phone? Is that what you're telling us?
That's what
You
he's
paid more for your
telling
screen protector than your
Yeah.
phone?
Mike, what happened with your thing with them people? With your $100 worth of missing merchandise?
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I got an email, everybody.
Did
I got an
D-Brain
email
give you a
Well, wait,
snarky
Go
remark?
back and tell the story from
Okay.
the beginning for people who haven't heard this story.
Okay. So I ordered a case for me and a case for the wife and I got the D brand skin
Right.
and one for me, one for her, for my wife. My wife got the new soon to be old S23 Ultra.
Right.
And waited like seemed like forever. Eventually it shows up and I got this flat envelope and then I said, well, it ain't right. And I'm literally walking from the front of the house to the back of the house from the side yard. And I realized I'm like putting my hand in there. I feel nothing.
And he showed the picture online.
Yeah, I posted the pictures online. By the way, what am I? C4 Win? I think it is
Yes.
C4 Win on X.
Yes.
And I showed the pictures that the envelope was flat out empty, flat, empty. And I filed the claim as per instructed, and I waited the 7 or so days. Now, Will points out that Brand had enough time to post a thing saying they had 35 days left to get back on the
Case to file.
Casetify.
Casetify, yeah.
Yeah. Casetify
with their suit, yeah.
with their suit.
Yeah.
So I quickly chimed in saying, you guys got time to write this, but you don't have, I done everything right. And, you haven't replied to my email. And I gave them another blast again. And eventually they came through.
And look at Gary. He's got a Casetify case on the Fold and a mouse on the Pixel 6 Pixelite Pro. Good for him.
Nah.
Okay, so the rest of the story.
Well, they wrote to me.
How long did it take before they wrote to you?
Probably 4 or 5 days.
Okay.
I got the email not just
Ted,
yesterday.
Is that talking coming from or is that from you, Will?
Probably me.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Okay.
So they replied. They're saying they're sending it back out. They're sending it back out.
And
they were expediting my order, which I'm planning on tomorrow emailing them again because it's been 2 days.
Oh, it's been 2 days.
It's been about 2 days now since I got the initial email. Maybe it was sometime Wednesday night. I think I got the email.
Okay.
And they were going to email me saying with the tracking information. I haven't gotten nothing.
And if they're expediting it by now,
You should have gotten me a tracking number,
Exactly.
telling me the package is on the way. So I'm not.
The robots are busy.
Yeah, the robots are busy.
Alan,
all right.
look at me. I got a Jersey guy sitting next to me.
Oh, hey, yeah. Yeah.
So now we've got Jersey City in here.
That's right. That's right.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Alan.
So yeah, I'll keep everybody updated on the socials of what's going on with that.
All right. So Mike is still trying to get his deep brand skins for him and his wife.
Yeah.
But at least they finally answered you. It
Yeah,
didn't look
yeah.
like they were just ignoring you for a while.
Well, it just bothers me that this big company has the time to go out and make this publicity over this case situation, which
Yeah.
is completely understandable.
Yeah.
If they have a case, that's fine. But personally, I find every time I did order from D Brand, it took a long, long time for them. They used some third or fourth party, literally a fourth party
Okay.
to ship their stuff. And then comes postal, U.S. Postal,
Okay.
which is
I was going
horrible.
to ask you how they were sending it.
Oh yeah, it was like a off branded shipping company
See,
that
for-
went to postal service or went to UPS, and UPS delivers it to postal service.
See,
Aren't they in Canada, Mike?
Yeah, they're in Canada, but shipping out in New York State somewhere.
So Alan, Mike, and his friend Joe, who's sitting down here next to him, they're here in Tennessee.
In person, in Tennessee.
We are in Eleanor's house in Tennessee. So Mike is visiting me for the first time. It's the first time actually Mike met Eleanor in person, and Joe did too. So let's see. Gary says D-Brand usually does pretty good with me. It takes about a week. Yes, I've gotten a couple of D-Brand skins.
I give them a little bit of, because it is the holidays. I was taking advantage of some of this, Black Friday specials they were having.
You always do.
But yes, Black Friday is my favorite time.
Yeah.
But I'm watching the tracking, and I watched it stuck. Believe it or not, of all places, I think it was like just across the river. I'm going to say Aston. I'm like, it's stuck at a postal service place in Aston.
That's what
I know.
happens. That's what happens.
And I'm like, I could go there and get it.
Yeah.
And they still posted it like another 5 days wait to get to me. I could be there in an hour.
Wait. I'll give you the ultimate story of I can go and get it. 10 minutes from where we are right now is an Amazon fulfillment center. Even when I go to my apartment, I'm 10 minutes from the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So either way, I'm 10 minutes from fulfillment center. There have been times, Eleanor can tell you, I have ordered stuff from Amazon. It came out of this fulfillment center. It goes 6 hours to Memphis, comes back here the next day.
Yeah. I know, it's crazy.
Okay. All right. So this is the first time Mike has been in Tennessee. He and Joe went to Nashville today, and they went to the Country Music Hall of Fame, which I've been to.
Which is really awesome.
And they did the same thing that Eleanor and I did like 10 years ago. Country Music Hall of Fame, then Broadway to see all the bands.
Yeah, we went up and down. We didn't see all of Broadway.
Yeah.
I definitely underdressed because it was cold too.
It was
It
cold
got
today.
cold. It got cold, and but at the Hall of Fame in the museum, we could have been there for another 2 or 3
Exactly,
hours
same with us,
reading all the stuff that was there. It was
Yeah,
really neat.
When we went, we spent about an hour at the museum, but we could have spent another 2-3 hours easily.
Yeah. So
Okay, so we're gonna go. Teddy, you still there?
he took a break.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. All right. So,
So
you
what am I
wanted
supposed to do? What do you
Say it
guys
again?
recommend? I said, what do you guys recommend?
What, a story?
I went out and bought a Pixel 8 Pro because
Wait.
Beeper came out, Beeper Mini, and now it's gone.
Oh, Jesus. Don't lie. Don't get me all excited that you bought a
I was gonna
Pixel.
say,
Don't.
he's already been there and back.
Yeah, you probably returned it. What am I saying? On that, I'm going to get another beer.
At the Mullins asked me, did you get on stage and sing, Mike? I guess in Nashville.
Who asked?
The Mullins asked.
Oh, did I?
No,
Did I sing on stage?
the Mullen, that would be much more up my alley, because I said to Eleanor before they got here, I said, you want to hear how weird this is for me? You can put me in front of 3,000 people to sing. I never, ever get nervous. Mike is coming. I got nervous. Weird.
Well, you had a rock star coming here.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
What's this?
I would have bowed.
No, that's okay.
I don't curtsy. I don't even know if I can. Yeah, I guess I can. I still can get up.
Gary says Beeper Mini is a joke now. Well, yeah.
This is smooth. I like it. It's been a while since I had one.
Well, that's what happens when your ex-son-in-law.
Mike likes my red stripe beer.
Only
goes-
few places
All
have
right.
it.
We're going to move
You
on to
should
the.
want some coconut liquor or brandy.
Oh, no. I'm not.
We're going to move
I'm
on
pushing it
to
now with this.
what I thought was the
You'll be stuck
big
driving.
story of the week.
You're gonna go back down Hunter Road.
So I'm going back to sharing screen.
What a friend, huh?
I'll
I
drive
told you I'm putting you to work.
I'll drive you.
Here we
guys
go.
down if you're
No,
afraid to
no.
use the drive on the road.
Yeah, all right.
hold on.
All right, Ted,
See,
this story's for
this
you.
AI stuff is not for me. I'm not.
Yeah. Hold on.
Okay. All right. So Ted's
Mike
going to
forgot
read the
to
next
say.
story. This is on the Verge. Whenever you're ready, Ted.
Just a moment. I think I picked
You'll
the
help me
wrong
stand.
tequila for this one.
Potty mouth.
No, I wish I could go back to the
It
store and
wasn't
get
no
the
one.
right one.
Hey, I'm a sinner saved by grace. That's all I
Lola
can tell
says
you.
Beeper Mini was always a joke. But at least it
I don't
worked,
know
I
how
think.
do it.
It worked for like 10 minutes.
Okay. All right. Ted is doing something. We're waiting for Ted to start reading.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready as I'll ever be.
All right. Go ahead. When you
Not that I
Go
hate that
for
thing, but I could
This
just
is on the
close
Verge,
door
folks.
again,
Through the
but-
door down.
Darn!
Could you imagine?
No. After coming out that hill? No.
What's the likelihood of a liquor store with doing with accepting returns on a bottle that was just opened?
And
Probably stop drinking it.
put money on the gas.
Okay.
Down these
The hill, yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Your car.
This is what being picked up.
I know. It's okay.
What?
We're
Yeah.
having a good
Ain't
time.
Nothing bad. You're lucky you got me down here. I never come down here. I hibernate. I go to bed.
When you're ready.
AI is suing
All right.
and Microsoft
So
copyright infringement.
the failing New York Times is suing OpenAI and Microsoft for copyright infringement. Oh, this is new.
This is the first time in a long time I agree with the New York Times, by the way.
A lawsuit claims OpenAI copied millions of Times articles to train the language models that power ChatGPT and Microsoft Copilot. The failing New York Times is suing OpenAI and Microsoft for copyright infringement, claiming the two companies built the AI models by copying and using millions of publication articles now directly compete with its content as a result. How are they competing?
Oh, you'll see it in the story, and I think I would do the same thing the New York Times is doing. I agree with them 100% here.
Yeah. So, as outlined in the lawsuit, the Times allege OpenAI and Microsoft large language models (LLMs), which power ChatGPT and Copilot, can generate output that recites Times content verbatim, closely summarizing it and mimics its expressive style. This undermines and damages the Times' relationship with readers, the outlet alleges, while also depriving it of a subscription, licensing, advertising, and affiliate revenue.
I
The
agree with
complaint-
them 100% on that.
The complaint also argues that these AI models threaten high quality journalism by the ability of news outlets to protect and monetize content. Through Microsoft Bing's chat, recently rebranded as Copilot and ChatGPT, defendants seek to free ride on the Times' massive investment in its journalism by using it to build a substitutive product without permission or payment.
That's right. And this is not the only company that has had this issue with the ChatGPT. A lot of companies have the same issue.
Okay, so meanwhile, the release of AI models trained on the Times content has proven extremely lucrative for both Microsoft and OpenAI. The publication claims it has attempted to negotiate with both companies for months to ensure it received fair value for the use of its content, but failed to reach a solution. We respect the rights of content creators and owners and are committed to working with them to ensure they benefit from AI technology and new revenue models. OpenAI spokesperson Lindsay Held said in an email statement to The Verge, "Our ongoing conversations with New York Times have been productive and moving forward constructively, so we are surprised and disappointed with this development. We are hopeful that we will find a mutual beneficial way to work together as we're doing this with many other publishers." Microsoft didn't immediately respond to The Verge's request for comment. The publication is suing both companies for copyright infringement and asked them to be held liable for billions of dollars in statutory and actual damages for allegedly copying its works. It also is asking the court to prevent OpenAI and Microsoft from training their models using its content, as well as remove the Times work from the company's data sets. The New York Times is one of many news outlets that have blocked OpenAI's web crawler in recent months, preventing the AI company from continuing to scrape content from its website and using the data to train AI models.
And that's what I would do too, block them.
BBC, CNN, and Reuters have moved to block OpenAI's web crawler as well. Other publications, however, are embracing AI, or at least the payments that come with it. Axel Springer, which owns Politico and Business Insider, struck a deal with OpenAI earlier this month that allows ChatGPT to pull information directly from both sources, while the Associated Press is allowing OpenAI to train its model on its news sources for the next 2 years.
Now, the key thing is that last sentence you read. The Associated Press is allowing OpenAI to train its models on its news stories. The problem here with most of these stories and with the companies and the New York Times is OpenAI and ChatGPT has gone and read all their stuff and included it in their research without even asking them, but they're benefiting from it. So I agree with the New York Times 100%. Ted, don't get snotty with us.
So let me ask you, what you're suggesting here is that the Times isn't picking up the revenue. So if I went right now and went to go to the Times to go read an article,
Right.
and I can have the chat
GPT.
whatever those AIs read it to me, right? Is that what the whole?
No, you could go to ChatGPT and say, read me the New York Times article from such and such and such, and it would read it to you verbatim. Well, they never asked the New York Times, could they do that? So I agree with the New York Times. I think
where's the money part come in? Where's the advertising part come in?
because they should have been paid money. In other words, if ChatGPT and Microsoft
have access to read their
yes,
stuff.
right, and to use it in their, remember, AIs get smart with large language models. They use the New York Times as part of their large language model without permission. So they used the New York Times to make this AI smarter, but they didn't pay anybody. So I agree with that. I think, it's saying they want billions. I think the New York Times deserves at least millions of dollars already. So I'm totally in agreement with them on this one. So what do you think, Ted?
I think Personally, I think this Don Chinto is of lower quality than a El Reformador. So if you guys have a choice, get an El Reformador.
I
with
wasn't
a stay up
asking
and
you
get a Don
first.
Julio.
Car choice.
This is this I'm not really enjoying this Don Chinto at all, especially in this Fresca.
I guess I better ask Will. What do you think? You think the New York Times
So
is right in
That's
this or
what I
not?
think.
I think that they're, I don't know. I just think I don't know. I guess when you say about the part about using the language, whatever, but I just think it's just a thing they
The
just
AIs are literally getting smarter by using New
yeah,
York
but
Times
Well, but
content.
how about now? Is it
George,
copyright
can't they read any article? Like they're able to read. So you know what I mean? What about every other website?
Here's the difference.
CNN isn't suing.
Here's the difference. They can read an article, but if you're making your product better with my article and not paying me, I got a problem with that. And that's what they're doing.
Well, it's actually not even that. Like, it is basic copyright infringement because
Hey, Rob is in here.
OpenAI is using the LLM to read the article, and now people can just be like, "Hey, what was the latest news New York
Yeah,
Times article about?"
But
and like,
yeah,
it'll just summarize it.
but
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
But listen
Doesn't
to what
it
you
do that?
that's copyright
The thing,
infringement.
can
Like,
it? But
Right,
can
that
it
is
do that for
copyright
every other
infringement.
website? Doesn't it do that for like CNN or the
that,
New York
and they're
Post
suing
or
too.
whatever
And they're suing too.
These are not the only companies that New York Times is not the only company that's suing them. This has been going on for months with a bunch of companies.
Yeah, CNN is suing too, as
Oh,
we just read in the article.
Wait, Rob has a good comment here. Rob is saying, my wife is a professor at Oakland University in Michigan, and they have an anti-plagiarist policy,
Plagiarist.
thank you, program. They run students' papers through to make sure they aren't using AI to write their papers.
Wow.
We read a story about that. Those
Because
programs
that's exactly what it is plagiarism. And
Nah,
they-
but those programs are BS too because they barely work. The anti-plagiarism programs, they barely work. They bring up too many
They
false
just
positives.
search. Yeah, they just search for what's
Yeah.
been copied.
But think of
As
what
long
you
as you
said.
quote it.
You said they were using it in their large language model. Once they have taken the data and put it in their large language model, they have made their AI smarter and better using somebody else's data. They should be paid for that.
No, should they? We all do
Yes,
that.
because if you can make your product better because of my work, then I need to be paid for that. You don't just get to do that for free.
Of course I do.
No,
If
you
I
don't.
take
No,
your
you
product,
don't.
George, and I made it better, like that's what is it? That's
You're
free use,
making
right?
the
Doesn't that kind of
product
free use?
better with my data, not your own data.
If I take your data and that's copyright, and
If
I
you
use it
take
and I
my
change it
data,
substantively,
then
and
you
it's
need
better,
to be paying me first.
that's transformative.
They
You know,
didn't
it's
they didn't
transformative
even
for you.
ask first.
Wasn't this a sticking point when those actors went on strike?
That was one of the issues with the writers, not the actors. Yeah, the actors have another issue,
Right.
but the writer, yes, this was one of the sticking points.
But this
with the
was
writers.
one of the
Yes.
issues they were having.
Yes,
And this is going to affect on writing and how what the end product of a movie is going to be.
yes,
too. This is going to be a problem.
Yeah, and that's why don't be surprised if the actors and actresses go on strike again because they're not done with this yet.
They just patched it up because everybody was getting behind.
Yeah, exactly. And the ones who aren't making a lot of money were going broke. Okay, let me stop screen here. There you go. Mike is telling you, yeah. Mike is sitting right next to me here in Tennessee. So, okay. We got through that story. Let me get out of here. Okay. And we've lost Will again. Oh, at least we were here for a while.
Crap. Can't return it. No. Maybe if I drink enough of it, it'll taste good.
Or
It'll
we'll
be
get to see
tolerable.
what you look like drunk on camera. Yeah. All right. You want to read one?
I'm not up for reading. I'm terrible. I'll. Okay. Let me see what you got.
This one's about Samsung. This is, I think, I'll read it. You just come in whenever you want to.
Okay.
All right. I'm bringing up the next story. So Let me share screen. And I agree with this 100%. Google's true enemy is Samsung, not Apple. Can Pixel turn into the default app Android phone? And which is, I think, the hope. My answer to that is no.
Well, yeah, that's been. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. But when we get down towards the end, we'll express our opinions. This is by Martin Filipov, and it's from 4 days ago. 4 days ago. Okay, let's go into reader view, get rid of some of these ads. Having used the Pixel 8 Pro and the Galaxy S23, and the iPhone 15 Pro Max side by side, I can easily say the following with little to no hesitation. The Pixel 8 Pro looks great. It offers a cleaner software experience, which I like, and it's cheaper than Samsung's most premium flagship. That's true. Even now, thanks to Google's Black Friday sale, you can get a brand new Pixel 8 Pro for just $800. Despite the fact it came out less than 2 months ago. It came out at $1,000, all right?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
The offer might or might not be available when you're reading this. So when I prefer using the Pixel 8 Pro instead of the Galaxy S23 Ultra, then how come Google keeps failing to turn its flagship into the default Android flagship the Pixel should be? That's a good question.
Everybody says that.
Yeah, and as we get down, he's going to express his opinion about whether that's going to happen. I don't think it's ever going to happen. Given the fact Google pioneered Android, and after 8 years in the phone-making business, how long does Google need to convince people the Pixel is the main event in the Android world? Not as long as Samsung's alive. The Pixel 8 can't fix Google's big news Nexus mistake. The Android inventor had to try as hard as it does now from the very beginning. Yeah, so they should have done this with the Nexus and stuck with it.
Mm-hmm.
My reliable Pixel 8 Pro next to my buggy but beautiful Pixel 6 Pro. Yes, I had one too. My favorite Pixel design ever. Those two. There are two points of views when it comes to answering the question, where did Google go wrong? Google's and the user's perspective. Without getting too philosophical, I say Google's biggest mistake was not trying as hard as it does now from the very beginning, from the days of the Nexus phone. You seem to be agreeing with that.
Yes.
Okay. Perhaps instead of relying on different manufacturers, which is what they did, like Samsung, HTC, Motorola, LG, and Huawei, to make what always should have been the Google phone, Google should have done exactly what Apple did. Couldn't agree more. Be 100% self-sufficient and take control over both the software and hardware of the Nexus, which had incredible potential, but what's not done is done.
The damage is done.
The damage, right? But what he's saying, what's not done, because that's what they should have done.
Mm-hmm.
Now, from the user's perspective, the current state of the Pixel is what really matters. And despite me preferring the Pixel 8 Pro over the Galaxy S23 Ultra, I find that insane. I can't imagine anybody picking anything above the Galaxy S23 Ultra. That's just me. The truth is that there are a few crucial aspects of the Pixel experience that don't live up to the $1,000 starting price of the Pixel 8 Pro. Even on the third iteration of the Tensor chip, that chip needs to be better. Google's in-house SoC, made in partnership with Samsung, and that's part of the problem, is clearly still the biggest weakness of the Pixel. And he's not the only one who says that. I've seen other people who agree with that. I'm not a gamer, but you don't need to play games to notice the Pixel takes longer to complete some simple tasks like editing and saving a photo video compared to the S23. Exactly. And especially like the iPhone 15 Pro, which is, I have mine right here. Well, I have the Pro Max. But Tensor's biggest drawback isn't that it's only as powerful as the mid-range chip, but the efficiency of the Tensor SoC. Although the Pixel 8 Pro's battery should last a day for most people, it's noticeably less reliable than the Galaxy S23 Ultra and the iPhone 15 Pro Maxes, which can even push it to 2 days. And I've seen other people that can push both of those to 2 days. The Pixel 8 Pro is also noticeably weaker than the iPhone in standby mode. Yeah, the iPhone is awesome in standby mode when you're not using the phone. Believe it or not, the Pixel's camera, now this is key, and I agree with him 100% here, isn't what it was, and this isn't only Google's fault. Sure, the Pixel takes photos with tons of artifacts and noisy videos at night, but also the competition has caught up to Google big time. I couldn't agree more. If the Pixel 2 and Pixel 3 could easily be qualified as the best camera phones of their time, that's not the case with the Pixel 8 and Pixel 8 Pro. Now, I didn't even have the Pixel 8 and Pixel 8 Pro, but as far as I can tell from other videos, I think both the iPhone 15 Pro Max and I know the Galaxy S23 Ultra could beat the Pixel 8 Pro for photos in general, which might not be even be in the top 5 Chinese flagships included. So he may say it's not even in the top 5. I picked the iPhone 15 Pro Max over the Pixel 8 Pro as my primary camera phone 10 times out of 10. And I would pick the S23 Ultra 10 times out of 10. Something I couldn't say about the iPhone 10 versus Pixel 2 back in 2017. And last but not least, the Pixel's history of bugs, and this is a big one, will give users a bit less reassurance than something like the Galaxy or an iPhone. Sure, I haven't encountered any major bugs with my Pixel 8 Pro, especially compared to Pixel 6 Pro. But reputation matters in the phone world, and Google's was a little bit tarnished after the Pixel 6 series bug fiasco. That is the truth, right?
Yes, I was looking at a picture I wanted to bring to your attention.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Google is now playing in the professional league of flagship phones, but the $1,000 Pixel 8 Pro still runs on a mid-range SoC. That's not good, which offers okay battery life. Time to go back to Qualcomm. Now, keep in mind, we've done stories in the last couple of months that the next SoC for 2025 is going to be the big deal one.
Yeah, but meanwhile,
they're falling behind. I agree. Google's real enemy is Samsung.
They put all their energy into the AI for this generation.
Yes.
And I can only imagine what they're going to do in the next generation, what the big software thing they're going to try and initiate.
And the problem here,
to divert their attention from that.
The problem here is Google has been the AI out front company for years until OpenAI, ChatGPT. Now Microsoft's out front, and I think they're going to stay out front.
I want to put this out there.
Okay.
All right. I want to know if it's going to show. I'm going to try and show that picture.
Back a little.
Back up.
Not come forward. There.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it coming in clear?
Yeah, it's coming. I think.
No, it's not.
No, blurry.
Back it up. Back it up.
Well, you get no reflection from the light too.
There we go.
Okay.
That's the best we can get. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if you could see that picture, and I know I was trying to cover
We see your face.
Yeah, I know. But if you look at that picture, I know it says in there. I mean, how's that picture? I don't know. I'm going to ask you guys.
You're bringing it too close. You have to bring it back. Push it back. Put it back. Put it back. There we go. There. Right there.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, without, I'm going to show it to George. Okay. I mean, in person. Okay. What do you think of that picture?
I think it's pretty stunning.
Okay. And do you see what I wrote on it at the bottom?
Good morning. Shot on moto. Shot on moto.
Shot on moto and edited on Google Photos.
So did the edit make it that much better, or
it added the tweaks?
Okay.
But I should. Okay. Some people want to say I shouldn't have to edit. I did it because I did like.
Well, it was a moto phone. It's not like.
But even it came out. But beforehand, though, it came out pretty good.
Okay. If you're shooting on an Instagram or if you're shooting on Instagram.
Well, no, I'm not used to
everybody edit. Everybody edit.
What I'm getting at is everybody's caught up to the game that Pixels pulls.
Exactly.
Okay, you can still take a decent shot. I just cleaned it up and I said I edited it on Google Photos.
Right.
You know, so I might have that original photo. What all I'm saying is, you know, the Pixel phone isn't always the king.
I agree. To me, for the last 2 years, the iPhone photos are better than Pixel phones. And for the last year, the Galaxy S23 Ultra is better than anything out there in America. And I'm sure there are Chinese phones that can beat Xiaomi and Huawei probably. But in America, I don't think you can come close to the S23 Ultra in the last couple of years with a Pixel or an iPhone. Just my opinion. So should I go back to the article?
Go ahead. I just wanted, like I said, I just wanted to.
Yeah, Mike wanted to show
I mean,
that.
here I think,
And Mike has always liked his Moto phones, and so do I, for that
but
matter.
I mean, here I'm pretty sure this is
That's the original. Oh, I remember that one.
Let me see.
You had put that out somewhere.
What does it say?
He's,
On device.
he's looking up the. He's looking.
No,
up
it says Instagram. That one says Instagram,
That
but I
was
know I
Inst-
didn't take it. I shared it to Instagram.
Yeah, I
but
remember you.
I probably saved in what it did. It's probably saved it. But anyway,
I'm with you, Gary. I think this story kind of sucks.
Hey man, I didn't see what Gary said.
He said the article is doo.
You think so? Oh wait.
Well, I don't think the author is arguing his point very well.
Gary says, "Oh, force close, okay." Oh, Sean, glad to have you here, brother. Happy New Year. The Bone 77.
Happy New Year.
Samsung was tarnished
2023.
after the Note 7, and look how they are doing that. That's true. Apple as well with Bengate. That's true. Sean says Google's got to do better. I agree. I agree
Google is doing
100%.
better. They are doing better, but they do need to do better for the Gap Pixel 8, not the Pixel 8 Pro, the Pixel 8.
I mean, the thing they came in with this Pixel 8 is with the 7 years of software updates. I think.
Okay, but I want the rest of the features. I want the rest of the software updates.
And how many big YouTubers have I heard say, "Are you going to be using this phone 7 years from now?" None of us are.
That's the thing.
That's stupid.
You guys aren't, but there are people who still walk around with iPhone 7s.
Yeah, and they're all my age, in their 70s or 80s. That's the problem. Yeah.
You know, I saw someone with an iPhone 10.
Well, iPhone 10 is not that old. What is it, 3 or 4 years old?
No, more than that now.
Is it? I had the iPhone 10. Gary says, I don't even take pictures with the full pictures are blown out. Yeah, and that's one thing I love about the OnePlus Open. I think the pictures are phenomenal with this thing.
Saw someone last year with the OnePlus 7.
So people still using the Pixel 3. Well, considering my mom was just off the Pixel, just got off her off the Pixel 3A, and so did and her and Joe's daughter just got on a Pixel 8 from Pixel 3A.
Okay. Gary says I've got a Motorola Galaxy stylus, and it's I guess he meant it sucks.
He was trying to be nice.
I had a Moto stylus 2 years ago, and I wasn't crazy about it as far as pictures and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Gary says people still using the Pixel 3. Who's still using the Pixel 3?
Actually, no, wait.
Well, actually, Renz used the Pixel 4 up until a couple of months ago.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. I just remembered that. Yeah. And the Moan says, I had my LG V20 for 6 years because
you know what?
Yeah,
I'm still using my Pixel 1. You know, every day. I use it every day.
You still
lies. He tells lies.
What is it? I just had it right here. You think if I'm not using it, it wouldn't be here?
Mike wasn't buying.
It doesn't ever get my SIM card, but you know, I still use it.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. And you're using it for what?
A paperweight. It's holding his thousands of dollars.
No, for Google Photos.
Okay.
It's the only Pixel phone that will still upload images to Google Photos at full resolution, free of charge.
Okay.
It won't count your tariffs or anything.
I remember that. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so let me go back to see if I can finish the article. Back to the middle.
Oh yeah. Well, there's this. That's becoming almost embarrassing.
Which
Yeah, but Google keeps poking fun at the iPhone for lacking a Pixel AI.
Keep poking fun at the iPhone for lacking the Pixel's AI camera features, but in any experience, the iPhone takes better photos and videos in most cases, and so does the Galaxy S23 Ultra.
Only if you're white.
However, the other reason the Pixel is having a hard time taking over the Android world and one that's not really under Google's control is Samsung's tight grip on the Android market. And from here on, this is where I think Samsung is ahead and is not going to change. Of course, I can give you the numbers and tell you about Samsung's 25% market share in the US versus Google's 3% share, and that Samsung is number one globally, which is true, while Google doesn't even show on the charts globally. But that's a given at this point. What strikes me more is that when asking me which phone I have, many normal people, now get this, and this is probably true. Do you have an iPhone or a Samsung instead of iPhone? They don't even say Android.
Right.
To them, an Android is a Samsung.
Right.
In other words, to many people, Samsung equals Android and vice versa. And that's been the case for many, many years. And this is a real world advantage that Google will have a hard time overcoming.
Very hard time.
I don't think Google's got a chance at ever overcoming that. That's just my opinion. What doesn't help is the relatively homogeneous Android scene in the US and Europe, which doesn't get as many awesome Chinese mid-range phones. That's true. And flagship phones as it used to, partly due to the Huawei ban. So yes, the Galaxy S23 series are with no doubt the default Android flagships for many people. Well, I said all along the S23 Ultra was the best phone I've ever had, bar none. Which means Google should probably focus on competing with Samsung rather than Apple, and I agree with him there. However, if you look at Google's Pixel marketing campaign, you'll only see videos targeted at making fun of the iPhone. But the joke is on Pixel right now. But that could be because they can't make fun of a Samsung phone because they can't compete.
Well,
and they know they can't compete.
They can't compete. And also, too, you'll see features that Google has that they're selling to Samsung. See, they're selling certain features that only you get with Google products.
Right. That's
so
true.
You don't want to compete against them. You know, there was a time when Android, well, should I say, Samsung considered making their own operating system.
That's right.
So this is part of that going way back when. This is why also
ties in,
not just ties in, just as a whole. When we were talking like S4, S5.
Yeah, the S4 was my first Samsung.
Right around then, when when Samsung was really coming up.
We're really starting to be the king of the hill.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, you go just sit and watch the ads on TV alone. Okay. First off, you got to plow your way through all the iPhone commercials.
Right.
And when they do advertise, they all hold up a Samsung phone. Not one they talk. Okay. There might have been talk about Google phone I saw a few times on TV.
Okay.
That's a barometer right there.
Yeah, exactly.
What the advertisers are willing to work with.
Yep.
And the time of day, I'm watching football at home.
Right.
That's when I see these ads. And then I'm like, that's when it's like going, oh, it's that bad. When they're holding up a homely S23 and saying you can get this for free by coming over to us.
Yeah. And they're never holding up a Pixel just about.
Exactly.
All right. Now we're going to get into the part where I think what I'm coming up to in a few weeks, I'm making the right decision. Can the newly announced OnePlus 12 turn into the default Galaxy Challenger in 2024 instead of the Pixel 8 Pro? Maybe. I can tell you right now.
Other parts of the world,
I will be buying the OnePlus 12, not the S24, because I think the OnePlus 12 is going to end up being the better phone. Shortly, yes, I do believe Google can challenge Samsung in the long run. I don't.
I'm looking at Gary's comment. He's right.
Okay, let me see what Gary
Google is a software company.
DeMolin said, throw Ted more food. Gary said, 7 years of updates is good for resale value. Nobody's keeping a phone for 7 years. I agree. Now, Gary says here, Google doesn't care if Samsung is a default Android device. As long as people are using the apps, it doesn't matter. Remember, Google is a software company. But see, this whole article is based on the fact that he thinks Google does care and Google wants to be the default Android phone. And back in the Nexus days, they kind of showed that.
See, they were trying. They tried too hard. Remember when that one show from the Waveform podcast talked about
the unpaid BHD.
right, they talked about the what was it, Lineage OS,
Lineage,
and what's the what was it before Lineage? What was it called? Started with a C.
Oh, I forgot. I know what you mean.
Okay.
I forgot.
The whole, there was a bunch of people wanting to keep the stuff open and open platform,
Right.
and that including hardware, including software.
Right.
And I think that is the damage. Good thought, but I think that's where things went awry. Google was just saying, here's the stuff, pay
Right.
us some money.
And
to
this is
use the
what
stuff,
Will,
and
this is what Will has said. Oh, am I right, Will?
he ain't there.
Yeah, okay.
Will isn't here.
Yeah. This is what Will has said all along, that Google is gives too much away all the time, and they should stop it. And he's over, and you're backing that up, you know. Okay. So he believes Google can challenge Samsung.
They're trying to fix the damage from way back.
Yeah, I don't
to
think
this day.
I don't think they can challenge them. That's just my opinion. Google has a lot of work to do because it has a lot to prove. If you're on Apple, making a successful Galaxy competitor is a
You're right, Gary. The article is
the
trash.
right measures and ingredients. Google might need to keep its prices in check. Yeah, that's for sure. In fact, there's a chance Pixel is already a bit too expensive now. I agree. Switch tensor production from Samsung to Qualcomm. Yeah, they need to stop using Samsung for their tensor and focus on making the Pixel the most stable Android phone in the world. Yeah, they really need to work on that too. The bad news for Google is that Pixel doesn't exist in isolation. Nothing yet. I don't have my Nothing phone with me, but I love that phone. It's a mid-range phone, but I love it. It's trying to make a better flagship killer than the Pixel, and they may make it yet. The iPhone has a better camera in my experience, and so does the Samsung. And OnePlus's upcoming flagship might put the Pixel 8 Pro in a very tricky position because the upcoming OnePlus 12 is supposed to have a better camera than this OnePlus Open, which is really, really close to both Pixel and iPhone.
He's in the backstage, he's saying.
Oh, where he was? He's not there now. I don't see him. I don't see you.
He just
Will.
messaged me.
Okay. You were there a minute ago, but now I don't have you there, Will. So I have to wait till you show up again. So in any case, if I don't see the Pixel becoming an outright better flagship than the upcoming Galaxy S24 Ultra, for most people, then there is a phone that can do that at all. Yes, outside of China, where Samsung falls far behind phones from Huawei, Honor, and Xiaomi. The only real Galaxy S24 challenger coming to the global market, other than the Pixel, might be the OnePlus 12, which is what I'm going to buy when it comes out, not the S24. Of course, I'm only referring to how good of a phone the OnePlus 12 is shaping up to be rather than sales. Okay, there you are, Will. Now we got you in here. Okay. So, Will, did you hear what I was saying?
Yeah, about Google giving away everything.
Yeah, and you've been saying that for what, 2-3 years now, at least.
Since the Pixel 2.
For 5 years at least.
What was the bad thing was when they did what they did with Google Photos and let everybody have
Yeah.
And Will was the first one that said that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
So I'm going to end this article, but yeah, this guy seems to think the one that's going to be the challenger for Samsung is the OnePlus 12. That's the phone I'm planning on buying, not the Galaxy S24. I can't afford both. So based on my time with the cameras on this OnePlus Open, I think the OnePlus 12 is going to be the phone to go with. So I'll find out in a few weeks. So anyway, wanted to get through that article. Well, we had some pretty good discussion on that one. Let me get in these comments now. Let me stop screen for a minute.
Yes, Gary's been going off. Go ahead, Gary.
Yeah, Gary does not like this. Oh, nobody buys dumplings here. Gary does not like OnePlus. We know that for sure. I've come back to a OnePlus fan. Gary says, Android is like drugs. Don't care who sells it as long as it sells. OnePlus is this sort of doo-doo, okay. Gamal, I agree the Open has a nice camera from what your videos have shown. Thanks. Yeah, I think the camera is pretty awesome, and all the guys who have all the other folding phones, which I don't have, the Samsung folding phones and the Pixel, say the camera on the OnePlus Open is way better than any of them. So it's the best I can tell you. So that was a good article. That brought up some pretty good discussion. Will, you got anything else you want to say?
Was it a good article though?
I thought it was a good article. It brought up good discussion. All right, Will, you still there?
Yeah, I'm
But
still
you know,
there.
I will
I said
say
the article was good. And,
Pixel,
you know,
Pixel market share is
Android
growing.
is
You
gonna
know,
be
more and
Android.
more. I do find people who walk around with Pixel smartphones, and you know, I make it a
But keep in mind what the article said. Worldwide, Samsung shows up in the metrics.
yeah. But Google,
Pixel
like
doesn't
you know,
even
Google
show
doesn't
up in
care
the
about
metrics.
worldwide. Google cares about America, America first.
You're talking Apple, not Google.
Yeah.
No, Google. I'm talking about Google.
Samsung phones across the,
Google is, you know, Google is very selective about where it sells
Yeah, Google
phones.
don't care either. They only worry about the 3-4 countries. That's it. They're not worried
Exactly.
about
Yeah.
other places.
countries, and
Google
they're
isn't
never going to get a global share.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
That's another thing that's going to
But
hurt
I'll
them.
say, you know, like, you know, I make it a habit to, like, whenever I see someone in the wild, like using a Pixel phone, I take a picture of them. So right
Do you
now, I got 9 pictures.
So now
Yeah.
he's got.
And keep in mind, he's in one of the biggest cities in this country. He's in Dallas. Okay.
So
Take a
this is
picture of
and this is from February to December now. So yeah, and I got
Wow.
9 photos. One of those is
That's
me. So you
Well,
know,
it's probably
it's
more
growing.
than
That's
Yeah, really.
it's
He got
growing.
9 photos
Let me
and
just
one
tell
is
you,
a
I was in
selfie.
Nashville over at that food alley,
Yeah, that was funny.
I could not find one Android phone. I was the only odd one out.
in Nashville. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Because who wants to
let me
use
Of
one of
course,
those?
Nashville.
and other nationalities, other people, obviously from other countries that were there visiting this place, eating there, and they all had an iPhone.
Hey, Eric, Happy New Year, brother.
Because they were all smart, Mike.
Hey, Eric. Hey, how you
They
doing?
all knew
Eric,
better.
I got Mike from New Jersey sitting next to me in Tennessee, so this is a first.
They knew better than to try an Android phone. They didn't want to be disappointed.
Over in Nashville, so everything in Nashville today was an iPhone.
I pretty much that's all I saw.
Joe,
I
That's
was
all they
really-
needed.
No,
Oh.
Joe was looking at it. He was just happy to see Tennessee Williams or who else was there. What was that? Oh God,
Did you
That,
say
uh,
Tennessee
uh,
Williams?
yeah,
You saw
Tennessee
Tennessee Williams?
we came out.
Isn't
when
he
we came
dead?
out, we saw that,
He-
Tennessee Williams been dead for a
the
long
Ryman
time.
we were
Oh,
all
the
like,
Ryman
Tired?
Theater.
Yeah.
Hey Google, when did Tennessee Williams die? Where? How did you see Tennessee Williams?
Oh, we saw him. We saw the ghost of him.
They went to the Country Music Hall of Fame. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Wait, listen, wait. Who has
Now,
Pixels? I mean, who
in
has
honor,
Pixels?
I guess I should say, some people say a man is made out of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood and skin and bones. A mind that's weak and a back that's strong.
Do that more often instead of those puns. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Hey, I used to sing that song back in 1960, okay? When I was
Definitely do that
15
more
years
often.
old.
Instead of the puns, I think we would all
Wait,
agree.
Well,
Who
all right,
has-
yes, we all know I can sing better than I can pun, but I still enjoy my puns. Okay.
Who has Pixels? Everybody.
I have a Pixel 7.
I have
How
my
do
8.
y'all like the update?
I got a Pixel 7.
I like it.
I was liking it until I saw the camera app. I don't like this.
Here's
What
my
they
8.
did to the camera app, I can't easily change the exposure controls.
You can hold it in front of the camera.
It's wide.
I don't like
It's
that.
wide, yeah. See, I just
Wider
have the
than-
Pixel 7. I didn't have the Pixel 7 Pro. This is a regular Pixel.
Okay, so-
the Pro.
This is the Pro.
Ted and Mike. I think both of y'all have 8s, right? How,
I have
how
a 7.
often have you?
I have a
Well,
7.
Mike, how often have you used? What's it called? Change the
Don't-
photo face or whatever.
The video boost.
No, how you can change the face on the photo.
I haven't used it at
No,
all.
I haven't used it at all. Okay.
Okay. What about photo boost or whatever video?
I didn't use.
Video boost?
Nope.
So he hasn't used either one of them. Now, of course, my
How about
Pixel
the-
7 won't do
how
it.
about
Have you
the
taken a
temperature?
video? Have you taken
How
a
about
video,
the
Mike?
temperature sensor?
Ted is asking, have you taken video?
No, yeah, but not nothing needed the boost for or anything.
But
I
you
haven't-
have, but you have used it.
Oh yeah, I've taken video of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Mike, how about the temperature sensor?
No, I'm not using that.
How about the moving the things around in the photo?
The face changes? No, I haven't done
No,
that.
no. When you can move the objects around and then it can tell you that it's a copyright.
You know,
I
Canva
think
charges
Will's
$20
I
a
think
month for
Will's
that.
making the
You
point
know,
that they
where
have these features in there and nobody's going to
No
use
one's
them.
using them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. pretty
Canva
much.
charges $20 a month for that feature alone. So I don't know. You guys
Who
need
does?
I was
to.
just wondering because when I had the Pixel 8 Pro, I tried to move the thing around. It took forever. Then it told me something was wrong with it. It couldn't do it because of the copyright.
Now,
And
you
the
had it,
video
what,
boost
how
wasn't
many
out.
months ago, Will?
I had it out 2 months ago.
Was it that soon? Okay.
Yeah,
That close, I meant.
yeah. I gave it a shot.
All right. Okay, folks.
Oh, what's up, Eric? Eric, we got Eric the tech preacher
Yeah,
here.
I recognize when he was in here.
Mike, when do you head back to Jersey?
Tomorrow
Anyway,
morning,
next story. Let's onward. Let's
When do you
plow
go back
ahead
to work?
the next story.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
You're
He's
back to
done
work.
for the year. He's done working for the year. Let's
Yep,
get to the
I'm
next
done.
story. Let's
Okay,
get to
now-
the next
All
story.
right. Let me get to the next. Are you going to do this, Ted?
I'll do this.
All right. Now, when we get to the video part, we're going to have to stop because I only put the story up so people can see this video with these drones. So
They
this
don't
was
get
on-
to see the video. They weren't there. You could only be there if you were in Texas.
I'm going to, yeah, that's right. This was right outside of Fort Worth. Yeah.
Yep. Farmers Branch. Let's go.
This thing won a Guinness Book of World Records with their lights from drones. Okay. So Ted, go ahead and
Texas is
start
getting
reading.
very
I'm
serious
gonna
about
let-
drones. That's
Hold on a
right.
minute.
We're getting
Wait,
very
no.
serious about the drones. What?
All right, wait, Ted. Before you read, let's do some of the music. You're not going to hear, folks, but I just think showing you some. I'm not going to show you all 3 minutes of it, but this is pretty stunning stuff from just drones. Look at this. Can you hear the music, Ted?
No, I don't hear anything.
Hear you.
You could enlarge it, George. Jeez, like help us help you. help.
This is all
Make it
drones.
bigger,
Amazing.
George. Make it bigger.
Make it. I don't know. How do I make it bigger?
The on the bottom right, on the bottom right of the video.
Go. Then
Oh,
go down right
here.
there. Yeah.
Look at that. That's all
It's
drones,
amazing that
guys.
They can do this with drones, and they did this.
Now, Ted, were you there? Can you have seen this?
Did you see this in person, Ted?
No, I didn't see it in person.
Okay. I mean, because you could have driven right to it.
I could have. Yeah, I was there. I saw it the next day. It was amazing.
Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. See, this is all with drones.
I want to know how they're controlling it, though. That's the story.
Yeah.
And look, they're going to fly into it
And
without hitting the.
yeah, and obviously
without
they're
hitting the
using
drone.
a drone to show you these pictures. too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I know it's an FPV drone that's flying
Guinness
through the
Book of
stuff,
World
but I
How
want to
long ago
know.
was this, Ted? Like a week ago, 2 weeks
This
ago?
was this was a week ago.
Okay.
This was about a week ago.
That's pretty freaking impressive.
And look, they have the drones moving. They're simulating movement. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Look at
that's
that.
Amazing. And look at the traffic.
That's a good effect right there.
Yeah.
Having the drone fly through it.
Yeah, it was the second time I saw this, and I'm like, oh, yeah, a drone is taking these pictures.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at the move.
Oh, look at this. Yeah, they got the FPV drone racing through it.
Look at that.
Do you think the FPV? Do you think the FPV drone is a DJI or it's a custom make?
DJI or what?
Custom built. Has to be all custom.
Yeah, I think it has to be custom.
But you imagine the software program they
Oh,
had
yeah.
run to
Yeah.
too.
Look at that. That is stunning.
She's beautiful. Mm-mm-mm.
Anyway, I said I wasn't going to show all of it, so I only brought that story to let you guys see some of that. All right, Ted, you going to read this?
Yeah, I'll read it.
Okay. Let me get into read a view. Okay, go
A
ahead.
drone show with a festive theme earned itself a couple of Guinness World Records just recently by Trevor Mogg on December 24th. In this show put on by the Dallas-based Sky Elements, over 1,000 multi-rotor copters took to the skies over North Richland Hills, Texas, entertaining a crowd of around 2,000 people. Records achieved during the event, including the largest area display of a fictional character formed by drones. That's the Nutcracker. And the largest aerial image formed by drones, in this case, a 700-foot tall Christmas tree. Guinness World Records officials put the number of drones for both the achievements at 1,499. The event was supposed to feature 1,500 drones, but one of them failed to
One
launch.
drone failed to launch.
The
Wow.
drones are equipped with LED lights and are pre-programmed to fly specific routes to create all the different images in the sky. The footage in the video at the top of this page shows a broad view of the display, but also includes some neat cutaways where a camera-equipped drone flies straight through the animations.
Yeah.
Preston Ward, chief pilot, Sky Elements, said after the show, "It was so amazing to break 2 Guinness World Records in my hometown once again. There's nothing better than bringing the holiday spirit to families, and I think this show did just that."
I agree.
With quadcopter technology constantly improving and an increasingly complex software able to program the drone's movements, live shows like this have been growing in popularity. That's true. As we first saw this like 2 years ago in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
But such displays can occasionally go awry. A performance by a different drone company last year, for example, saw 50 out of the 500 drones simply drop out of the sky after some kind of malfunction,
Really?
possibly linked to the GPS signal. Still, a growing number of companies are getting into drone displays, presenting increasingly imaginative shows that offer an alternative to fireworks, which can pollute the air with nasty smoke and risk wildfires and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so I gather this company that did this is one of the best there is. Sky Elements.
I don't know. I heard about them before, but I don't know if they're
your
the best.
city, so I just thought that was stunning. You know, when I first saw the story, I'm like,
I want to see though, because there's definitely going to be a drone show this year for the New Year's when the ball drops here at Dallas. So
oh,
I'm
okay.
wondering if
So,
they're going to use.
so the day after tomorrow, then.
Yeah, so I'm gonna see if the company is gonna be used again. I'll let you know the company's
Okay.
used for that drone show behind our.
Well, you should go out and take some video and photo of it. I hope.
I was playing with it. I probably will.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you are a photographer after all.
Oh yeah, good thing you reminded me.
Okay. Will, did you see any of that? I hope.
Is he there? Wait a minute. He's back. He's back in the backstage.
No, he's not here.
Yeah, I watched.
There he is.
Okay. How come you keep?
Yeah, I watched it. The drone show was nice because I'm on the
really
phone. So if somebody calls and
It's because he's on an iPhone, guys. He can't stay on.
Yeah, he's got that Comcast connection.
Oh,
Hey, Joe. Hey, George.
listen, because I'm on an iPhone, at least it works.
He just only topped.
Wait a minute, it works. You drop in and out.
No, that's because I'm choosing to drop in and out because my phone doesn't run 50,000 processes in the background, killing the battery. That's why.
You have an
That's
iPhone.
right.
You shouldn't be worried about that.
Yeah.
What? Running all
They
the,
should-
I'm not. But that's why I choose to drop in
It
and
should
out.
just work,
I'm
right?
looking for it does. I'm looking forward to iOS 18. Okay.
Yeah, everybody's saying how iOS 18 is going to be something. So
Yes.
When-
it is.
when are we getting it,
Something
Will?
Great.
when are we supposed to get it?
September. September.
That's right. We're talking August or something, yeah, or September. Yeah.
Well, no, but the preview thing will be out in probably a couple months. With
Yeah,
the
but
beta.
since I only have one iPhone right now, I'm not putting it on.
And now it's so easy to switch to the beta. Now you just flip the switch on in the settings.
Yeah, when I have
You can
more
get the
than one
update and
iPhone,
flip
I'll
it and
do
turn
it
it
better.
right
When I
off.
only have one iPhone, especially the Pro Max, I'm not taking a chance on the beta. So, all right. I'm going to move on to the story about X. I guess I'll do this one.
Your favorite company.
Yeah, I think Mr. Musk is doing some screwing up around lately, and you see a lot of videos.
Lately.
Well, I'm
Lately?
seeing more and more videos where people are not too crazy about Elon.
We've been doing it since day one, since he stepped foot in the company. What do you mean lately?
I almost put a story up about the Tesla that a guy bought a Tesla the very next day. The thing had a catastrophic failure. Luckily, him and his wife and kid, and thank God they were on like 25-mile-an-hour streets. He said if we had been on the highway, it would have been catastrophic. And they put a claim in with Tesla, and Tesla said this is a day after he bought the car. Tesla said it was not their fault. He had to fix it himself. $14,000 is what it cost to get
What
it
was
running.
the failure? What was the failure?
I don't remember. It was it just stopped. I mean, the
The
top
day
stopped.
after he bought it,
The
and it
day
didn't
after,
warranty?
the very next day,
There was no warranty.
they wouldn't cover it. And in the story was saying that Tesla does this a lot. They should be covering this stuff, and they're not. They're coming up with all kinds of excuses.
That's why I wouldn't get a Tesla.
Yeah.
I'm glad what they did with the industry, but for my electric car, I have to go elsewhere.
That's
I have
the
to go for a
first time
reputable
I saw a
brand.
story like that. So, all right. So I'm going to go on to X, his other company. So X, Twitter forgets to pay millions in bonuses. A federal judge steps in. This is from 4 days ago.
X gonna give it to you. They're gonna
So
give it to you. X gonna give you
Going
a
into
headache.
read of you. This was by Sebastian Peer. Just in time for the holiday vibe, a federal judge ruled that X, Twitter, violated contracts by failing to pay millions of dollars in bonuses that the social media company had promised its employees. And my first thought, of course, was maybe they promised it before Elon, but no, Elon promised it too. Reuters is reporting on the story of Mark Schobinger, Twitter's senior. Now get this, the guy who sued them is the guy who was in charge of compensation when he was at Twitter. That's what kills me. Twitter's senior director of compensation before leaving Elon Musk's company in May. Mark sued X the very next month, claiming breach of contract. His problem is that before and after billionaire Musk, that's the thing, before and after Musk bought Twitter last year, the company promised employees 50% of their 2022 target bonuses and never made those payments. So Musk was aware of that when he bought the company. Now, U.S. District Judge Vince, this one is a tough one for me, Chabria, I think they shouldn't have the two H's, my guess, denied Twitter's motion to dismiss the case, ruling that Schobinger plausibly stated a breach of contract under California law and he was covered by a bonus plan. I agree. Once Schobinger did what Twitter asked, Twitter's offer to pay him a bonus in return became a binding contract under California law. And by allegedly refusing to pay Schobinger his promised bonus, Twitter violated that contract, the judge wrote. I agree 100%. Let's see. There was another part to this thing. I think I got to take it out of reading view to see the last part that I wanted to say. Now get this. The counterpart, X and their lawyers argued that the company, get this, made only an oral promise that was not a contract. So because they said it orally, they're thinking they shouldn't have to live up to it, which I think is stupid.
Yeah, oral contracts are still contracts.
Yeah, exactly.
Did they really argue that in court?
Yeah, I guess that was the only argument they had. I guess this guy had the proof that they promised the bonus, and they promised it before Musk bought the company, and they promised it after. So they tried to argue, well, it was only an oral contract, but it's still a contract. You know, you would
Well,
think they would
actually, here's the thing though. If it's promised about payments over more than one payments, the agreement or the contract has to be in writing. But that's usually not the case with bonuses. Bonus is just a lump sum. So
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, the judge agreed. The judge agreed with the guy, and I agree with the guy too. But it was funny that it was the guy who was in charge of money at Twitter is the guy who's suing for the money.
but the fact that he even said that argument pretty much guaranteed that it was like, oh,
Exactly. Yeah,
yeah,
they
man,
had
it
no
existed
argument.
then.
They
Like,
the
why would you
weakest
make that
argument in the
argument?
world. Yep.
Like you're saying, oh, so the argument did exist, but you're saying it wasn't in written form. Like, wow,
Exactly.
shoot yourself in the foot. Why don't you? Damn.
Yeah, right. Exactly. All right, we're down to our last story. These guys are getting tired. I can hear you getting tired. All right, last story. Ted, you want to do it or you want me to Galaxy S24 lineup?
Nah, I don't care about that. Go ahead and take it out.
All right, I'll do it. And this was the only reason I put this here.
We should let
because I
Gary
thought
do it since he's out
in
here.
the
buying
US,
Samsung
we
phones.
might get some idea of what the Galaxy S24 line would cost.
Too much money.
Yeah, here are the Galaxy S24, S24 Plus, and S24 Ultra prices for Europe. So SamMobile lives in England, so he put this up. So and the guy Asif Shaikh, I can't say his middle name. I don't know how to pronounce that. This was from yesterday. We already know what the Galaxy S24, S24 Plus, and S24 Ultra look like and what features they would come with. We also know when Samsung is planning to launch its upcoming high-end smartphones. Now, even the pricing of the Galaxy S24 series has leaked, revealing.
So they're confirming there was talk about no Plus model.
No, they're confirming that, yeah, they're all three models, Plus, regular, Plus, and Ultra. Has leaked, revealing that the S24 and Galaxy S24s will be slightly cheaper, and that while the Galaxy S24 Ultra will be costlier, and not drastic. The two are $50 cheaper than last year. The Ultra is $50 more than last year. So let's just go down to where the pricing is. So according to the report, S24 will have a starting price of 899 euros. Yeah, for the 128 version, while the 256 will be 959 euros. The 24 Plus, 1149 euros, 1269 for the 256 and 512. The Ultra, now of course, that's 50 less than last year. For the Ultra, it's more. Ultra is to be priced at 1449 for the 256, because there's not a 128 in that, and 1569 for the 512 version. In comparison, the Galaxy S23 had a starting price of 949 euros in Europe, while it Plus started at 1199. So the S23 Ultra was priced at 1399, which now it's more for the 256. So there's the pricing for all of them.
Which equates to what in American dollars?
I looked it up. Pricing for US could be
100 euros is $88.
100 euros.
I could be wrong, but
Hey.
I believe it.
Hey, you think I could Google that?
Okay, yeah, try it.
I got an iPhone. I can't Google that.
There's your Google right there. Just, all you have to do is ask. Anyway, so just thought we all might want to get some idea of what the Galaxy. Like I said, I'm going for the OnePlus 12, so I probably am totally.
Look, George, they're going to have the A59 come out. Okay,
That's
2
true.
weeks later, and then the A13B will be out. And what else they're going to have? Then they're going to have the S24 FEQ will be
Well,
out
that's
a
true.
month and two later. So
Gary says nobody buys the regular and Plus. Everybody buys the Ultra, and as long as you can get it from the carrier for 36 months, the price ain't coming down.
nope.
And he's probably right. You're probably right, Gary. So that was our last story, folks. Will, you still there? You're still there, right? Well, he should still be there. He hasn't dropped out.
Ted, you all right, man? You look like me. You look worn out.
Everybody except me is getting tired, and I'm the one who's almost 79 years old.
Yeah, but I got my excuses.
Well,
Okay.
you have yours. That's true.
Yeah,
All right,
this is,
guys.
home ec thing is very intense.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Oh, is that what that is? I thought it sounded like somebody's like hammering or something.
I use one of those on Eleanor when she's in a lot of pain.
Oh.
She got some at her store. She works at the
Burlington.
Burlington. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So this was the last stream of the year, folks, and very happy to have Mike and Joe here with me.
Yes,
And
yes.
got Ted and Will here. We had the entire crew here, plus. So we did good.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. No, breaking news. Hold on a second. So that's the euro to dollar amount.
100 euros.
At this moment, 100 euros equals to $110.56.
Okay.
So
Doesn't matter if Gary can buy a fold at $38 apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
All right. So anyway, just wanted to give you guys some idea of what the S24s might cost. We're not sure what they're going to cost here. Damone said, thank you all. It was fun tonight as always. It's always great when we have all of us together. Ted,
Yeah.
Will, Mike, me, and Mike right next
And
to
Ming
me.
right next to him too. You
That's
know,
the first thing. Only time we've been next to each other before was when I've been up in Jersey.
Jersey.
So
Yeah.
this
It was
nice.
June. I get the memories sent to me. I think it was June a year ago.
Okay, yeah. So,
I think it was. So
if you guys know me, I'm the one who the perfect drive is 12 hours. That's my perfect drive. So I'm the one who's crazy.
yeah, but I
driving.
played tourist. I stopped. I
And
stopped
every
along
other-
the way.
Yeah, and every other guy I know, yeah, and Mike likes to stop and me, I just like driving. For most people, the vacation is getting there. For me, the vacation is the driving itself. That's just me. But most guys tell me as they get older, they don't like driving as much as they used to. The older I get, the more crazy I am about driving.
He is crazy.
That's just how I am. So.
Very much so.
All right, guys. So thanks for everybody coming. I hope everybody has a very blessed and happy new year. Ted, Will, you made it great as you guys always do. Will dropped out again.
What, his iPhone can't handle it?
I guess,
that's
yeah.
right. That's
I guess
right.
not.
He doesn't have
He's
that.
insulting your iPhone, Will. All right,
Always
guys.
chance I can, every chance I can, even though I'm carrying 2 today.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of our last show of the year. Happy New Year to all. And
Happy New Year.
there we go. Let's always
Happy New
remember,
Year.
we all do better when we love each other.
Well said. Bye.
Here comes our
Say
usual
bye, Joe.
pregnant pause.